We're going to take a drive in the little 66 Monaco 500. You can see the water pressure, the water temperature is good, oil pressure is good. Voltmeter's at a little under 14. I've got it in low gear right now. I'm going to try to shift it manually so you can kind of hear the engine. There's second gear. There's third gear. The shifts are good and firm. We got up to about 70. It's a 383 4-barrel. It's built stock specs. I believe they're rated at like 335, I think is what I read on the 4-barrel. Most Monacos were bench seat cars. This one has a console and bucket seats. You can see the engine temperature is about 190. Oil pressure is a little over 20 pounds at idle. If you rev it up a little bit, it jumps way up. The charging system is charging. Just going to get out a second, let you hear the exhaust. The motor doesn't have very many miles on it. It was rebuilt fairly recently. And I'm going to take it, put it up on a lift so you can see underneath. It's got a nice sound. And it kind of floats down the road like a big old Cadillac. This emblem is missing, but I've got it in the glove box. It needs to be reattached. We'll get in it and head down to the stop sign. It's a Torque Flight 727. Good, firm, smooth shifts. Just kind of what you want. I did have the transmission serviced recently. I was kind of chasing a leak, and they pulled the pan, and they said it looked like the transmission had definitely been rebuilt, which confirms what I was told when I bought the car. The motor was done just recently. The transmission was done maybe a little while ago. There's second gear and third gear. Fuel gauge works, speedometer works. It's a little bit off. The temperature gauge is not hooked up because it's hooked up to the aftermarket gauges. And the alternator is actually hooked up to the factory gauge as the aftermarket gauge as well. And I actually put a new alternator on it recently. So she's charging and doing what she's supposed to do. But it's a fun car. The power brakes are very good. Power steering, just like these cars of the 60s, the brakes are pretty sensitive, and the steering is very easy, like one finger easy. We'll let her run through the gears just one more time, and then I'm going to head over to the lift, and we'll get some undercarriage pictures. The exhaust sounds good. It's not too loud. It's got duals all the way to the back, and the tailpipes have just been replaced. It had some big chrome ones that stuck out, and I just thought they were kind of ugly. So I just kind of cut them off at the, or had them replaced. Had the muffler shop cut them off right there where they exit by the bumper. But it's a nice car to take for a cruise. I believe you could drive it anywhere. The tires are new. Radiator's been redone. Just really doesn't have any issues that, you know, a 66 Polara would have. But we're gonna put her on the lift, and I'll walk around the car one more time just to let you hear the exhaust. Now that the motor is good and warmed up, the vinyl top is excellent. I love that sound. And all it has is an RV cam. It's nothing real high performance. Pretty much stock. Well, let's go put her in the air and we'll have a look underneath.